Hi, in this video, we will explore how to eliminate render blocking resources on your page to get faster now. So let's get started. So the issue with render blocking resources could be script, could be CSS. The issue is that um, it blocks the HTML parsing. So as you can see here on that schema. And here, as this is a web page test waterfall screenshot, all of those scripts, they have to be fully downloaded and executed before you can display anything on the screen. So obviously, it slows down your website a lot. So here we have different representation on how the scripts are loaded on a web page. Here on top, we have the default behavior where like we have a bit of HTML parsing. Then the script is we download the script and then we pause still the parsing to execute that script. Okay. There is two attributes that can help you to speed up your website. The async one, which continue the HTML parsing when we download the script, and we just pause the HTML parsing during the script execution. There is another attribute, the defer one, that allows you to parse the HTML and there is no pause in the HTML parsing. Download the script and execute that at the end. So let's see an example on a website. So here I call it this page, and on this page I have an issue. I have here a script that is render blocking. Okay, so the browser will do something like this. Okay, parse the HTML, then eat that CSS file, stop the parsing, download, execute, especially for the JavaScript file. And we can see that if we test the website in PageSpeed Insight or Lighthouse, let's do it. Okay, so it's pretty fast, but here we have the eliminate render blocking resources error, and let's try to remove that specific issue. So okay, so this is the code of the page, and so what I can do is select here that script, and first thing I can do is to put it at the bottom. So I copy and then I can put it at the bottom here and add an attribute. So let's add async. And as you can see, that library is a library to create a carousel. So now let's go on the page. So this is my original page. Okay, and let's reload. And as you can see, like my carousel is not working anymore. So let's have a look. And if I open the console, I can see swiper is not defined. Okay, here. And that's completely normal because here I want to invoke the swiper before swiper is actually loaded. So what I can do is to put the script after. And now my page should work again. Okay, let's reload. And yes, my page is working again. Let's test my page again on PageSpeed Insight, and let's see if the error disappeared. And yeah, the error disappeared here. We don't have this flagged as a render blocking resource. There is maybe a question that you have in mind is like, what is the difference between async and defer? So the reason why you should use defer over async or async over defer, that defer, you should use defer if the order for loading your script matters. So let's say, for example, you load jQuery, like it's an old tech, but let's say you have jQuery. It's important first to have jQuery loaded, and then after your script where you call jQuery functions. Async is used if the script is completely standalone, if the order doesn't matter. Sometimes when you try to optimize a website, um, you can't, even when you move, um, when you put script at the bottom or you add a defer or async attribute, the website is not working anymore. You have a JavaScript error, you have this function is undefined or something like this. So let's create the issue. So then you have something like this where because of your CMS, okay, you have some inline script um, in your page, and you don't have the control over that code. So what can you do to fix this? What you can do is to wait for the page to be fully parsed and then come back to execute the script. So you can do something like this. So we could, for example, add a defer attribute to this script, okay? But by default, it will not do uh, anything. So we need to write a bit of code to tell the browser to execute that code. So let's be just a bit more specific by writing type equal defer. And then what I can do is to write a script there. Okay, let's write a script there. Script. Okay. And I'm gonna wait for the page to be fully loaded. So what I can do is to do window dot event listener and wait for the listen the DOM content loaded event. So when the DOM is loaded, when the page is almost fully loaded, and then what I can do is to select all of the script with the type of defer. So okay, let's do something like this. So const deferred deferred with double R, one R scripts equal document dot query selector all, and I want all the script of type equal defer. Okay, so I should get all the script of all the script, and then for each of the scripts, so okay, for each, okay, script, okay, I'm gonna execute something, and what I'm going to do is I'm gonna get the text, okay, or like the content of the script. So I can do script dot inner HTML and eval. Okay, so I understand that eval can be a bit risky. So as if someone someone is able to put some malicious content inside a script in your website with that type then you have you can have an XSS um, um, issue. But okay, you just have to be careful with this. And what we could do is to do a try catch. Okay, try and catch of the error. Okay, so let's try this now. Okay, so I have an error, malformed arrow function. Yeah, that's normal. I have, so I need a comma here. Okay, let's do it again. Event listener, another function, another mistake. Let's add event listener, of course. So add event listener. Okay, let's do it again. Let's try. Okay, query selector all. Okay, it's another issue here. Query selector all. Okay, let's do it again. And yeah, it's working. So yeah, that's another way to fix those issue if you have no way to put that code somewhere else in another file, or if that code like just is stuck in the middle of the page. I know it can be the case if you based on the CMS you use. Sometimes you don't have the control, so that's something that you can do. For the CSS part, we still have um, blocking CSS file, and we will discuss about this in another video, as you can't apply the same technique with CSS. You can always put CSS at the bottom, but it will flash, or even the browser sometimes will just like hoist that file on top. So I hope that video was useful, and let me know if you have any questions. See you soon.